Sky News correspondent Annalise Nielsen is outside Buckingham Palace. Annalise, you've been there for a few hours this morning so far today. It's no doubt been a sombre morning in London. How have Londoners spent the day there?
Christy, the crowds are really gathering despite the rain that keeps coming and going, and you might be able to hear behind me the 96 gun salute at Hyde Park. Now, this is a gunfire for every year of Queen Elizabeth's life, and this has been happening around the world. We've seen a number in Australia, and this is the moment here in London. This is one of the first of many official events that will be happening over the coming week, but unofficially this has been a moment for people to come and pay their respects by laying flowers at Buckingham Palace. We've seen the line go around the block. One man we spoke to had been in line for over an hour to get to the point where he could come lay his flowers out front. There are many, and it's growing as well. This is going to be really the epicenter of a lot of people paying their respect to Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, no doubt that crowd will continue to grow over the coming days. What are we expecting to see for the rest of the day?
Well, King Charles and his Queen Consort Camilla have now left Balmoral, touching down in London, and the first thing is going to be a reception with the Prime Minister Liz Truss here at Buckingham Palace. But the major event for today is going to be an address to the nation. We understand that that's going to be at 6 p.m, and that's going to be King Charles addressing his kingdom for the first time. Likely he'll still be quite emotional. We saw how upset he'd been in the past around his mother's ailing health and how close they'd grown over the years. But this is going to be a moment where he establishes his reign. This was a key moment for Queen Elizabeth when she talked about in her early days living a life of service. No doubt that will be the strong message that Charles will want to portray as well.
And in the coming days leading up to the State Memorial, what are we expecting to see happening over there?
Christy, every part of this has been meticulously planned over decades, and this is something that Queen Elizabeth had a strong hand in herself, every part to reflect her years of service, but also the legacy she wants to leave in the United Kingdom. What we're going to see is her body taken by royal train. It's going to stop first in Edinburgh. That's where there's going to be a private vigil for family, royal family. The princes will hold vigil over her, and then she'll be brought down to London, where she'll be held in Westminster Hall. The question of when the actual funeral takes place is still trying to be settled. This is an ongoing discussion because it is such a huge event, but it takes so many different aspects to try and coordinate, and they want to make sure that as many people will be able to watch it all, and that's what we're going to see come into play over the coming days. It's likely to be 12 or 13 days from now. The royal households will have a full month of being in mourning. The royal family itself is expected to be in mourning until at least a week after the funeral.